Hey, Brian Young here from ProfitSourcing.com. Today's book flipping video is on choosing the best book scanning technology. Now, there are a lot of book scanning apps and programs out there available on the market. I'm going to go through what I consider to be a handful of the best programs and apps out there, and I'll just kind of go through some of the pros and cons of each really quickly. It is my hope that through this video you're able to find the best program or app for you and for your business. Now, everybody's business is different. Everybody's businesses operate on slightly different business models and have different aims and goals. And so you might not choose to do what we do, and you may not choose to use the programs that we use, and that's totally fine. But I will share with you what we use to source books. So I'll show you exactly where we go to buy our equipment and which apps and programs we use when we send people to go out sourcing for us. And then finally, I'm going to go over some of the barcode scanning options. So after you've selected a program, depending on what you pick, you may be interested in buying some barcode scanning technology that may help you be a more efficient book scanner. Now, the first program we're going to look at is called Scoutify, and that's a program developed by Inventory Lab. So if you haven't heard of who Inventory Lab is, you will when you check out the video choosing the best book listing program. Inventory Lab is one of the three that I talk about in that program. And Inventory Lab is a third-party listing service. Plus, they also offer some accounting stuff too. But essentially, that instead of listing your products on Amazon, on the Amazon.com website, you can pay $49 a month and you can list them on Inventory Lab. But it just makes the process a little more seamless, a little more efficient. But one of the perks of signing up for Inventory Lab is that you get this Scoutify app for free with it. And this app works on Android and Apple phones. And it's also important to note that you have unlimited access. So basically what Inventory Lab says is you can download the Scoutify app and have access to the Scoutify app on as many devices as you like, as long as the app is being used for the particular account that you set up on Inventory Lab. So if you outsource a lot of book sourcing or maybe retail arbitrage type deal, you're sending people out to do shopping for you, you can have them download this app, and an unlimited amount apparently, which is great. That's a nice perk. So what Scoutify allows you to do, you download the app, you enter your username and password like you're logging into your Inventory Lab account, and you have a live lookup for your products. So you're able to scan a barcode or enter a product's UPC, ISBN, or do a word search, look up a product, and you're immediately able to see what that product is selling for on Amazon.com live. Another key feature that I think sets Scoutify apart from some of its competition is that you're able to look up CamelCamel and Keepa data from your phone relatively painlessly. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But CamelCamel is a website that tracks Amazon listing pages. And it tracks information like price history and rank history. So you can put in an ISBN or UPC or ASIN number of a product that's on Amazon, and you can see on CamelCamel or CCC how that product has been selling over the past few years, what the sales rank has been at for the last few years. So let's say you scan a book and you look up that book and it has a sales rank of 100,000. That's a great rank for a book. By clicking CamelCamel, you can see, okay, well, it's 100,000 now, but is it always around the 100,000 range, or is it typically higher or typically lower? That could give you some valuable information when you're out there in the field sourcing for product. And then finally, it uses your smartphone's camera on the back to essentially take a picture of the barcode, and then it rapidly determines where it finds the product page on Amazon, and then it pulls up all the data. It's pretty quick. It works pretty well, depending on, I suppose, what your data connection is like. You can also, if your cell phone allows it, purchase a Bluetooth scanner and pair it up with your phone, and you can scan products that way, usually a little faster. But here's what the layout looks like for Scoutify. So hypothetically, let's say I scanned Sgt. Pepper's, this CD here. You can see the name comes up here at the top. Right here we have the category that it's in music. It's a small standard size item. It has a rank of 307 in music, and there's 135 offers. That means there's 135 other sellers trying to sell this CD on Amazon in a variety of conditions. We have the new merchant fulfilled. So these are all sellers that are selling it new. and they're shipping it out of their home or their office. These are all merchant fulfilled sellers who are selling it in used condition, so like new, acceptable, good, very good, acceptable, very good, and their prices. And then this is the FBA column, used and new FBA. We have one FBA offer. It's $12.99 new, and it's sold. This O here, if you look down here, stands for, this is the buy box. This offer right here is commanding the buy box. And not only that, but it happens to be Amazon. The A means that it's Amazon. So Amazon has the buy box on this at $12.99. Now, if you clicked on, you find a price on here that you like, that you feel like you're going to list your item for, you click on it. Then down here, it's going to populate the estimated net profit and the estimated ROI, which is kind of neat. If you swipe from the left, you're going to get this little side menu here. And on this menu, you're going to be able to pull up your history. You're going to be able to pull up your buy list. You're going to be able to select items that you'd like to purchase, or items that you've chosen to purchase, and they'll populate on a list for you, and then you can convert that list to be listed onto Amazon if you like. Also, you can click on this. This is a settings menu that you can adjust your shipping and tax charges, just so you can get a more pure net profit readout at the bottom, estimated net profit. If you click here, it's going to take you to, in one click, it'll take you to the Amazon page with only Prime offers. So I highly doubt that the only FBA offer out of 135 is Amazon selling it new. I guarantee that if you went to this product page, you'd find another handful, at least another handful of FBA sellers selling it in a variety of conditions, new, and then maybe some of the used conditions as well. So by clicking on that button, you're going to zip over there. But as we all know, or maybe you don't know, there's some issues, communication issues between scouting apps and programs and actual listing pages. The scouting apps are looking for like the lowest 20 offers, but sometimes they're not able to they're not able to differentiate between FBA and merchant fulfilled. So sometimes you'll scan a product on any of these programs we're going to go over here, and it might look like there's no FBA offers, when in actuality there is, but it's only giving the lowest 20, and the lowest 20 might be merchant fulfilled, and so it's going to leave out the FBA, and that could be really confusing for you as a seller. It kind of puts us at a disadvantage. So none of these scouting apps are perfect. In fact, they're all somewhat frustrating because they're not as accurate, and they're not focusing on the areas that we really want them to focus on, which is FBA, because I'm assuming most of the people listening to this video are going to do FBA. But anyways, other option here, you can click on CamelCamel. That's going to bring you over to this page right here, which is really, really neat. It gives you graphs of price and rank history. I know you can't really see it. It's really foggy. But you click on sales rank history. It's going to show you where the rank of that product has been over the last year, 2 years, however long they've been tracking it. So you can see. So maybe the current rank is at, what do we say, 307? Well, is that a new phenomenon? Has it been at 307, consistently over the last year, or does that seem more like a fluke? And that could be really important information, especially if you're going to buy more than one of an item, knowing where the median of its price and rank has been over the last handful of months, year or more. BookScouter, BookScouter.com, they buy books from you directly, and they pay you cash for them, so you don't need to wait for them to sell. And you can look up ISBNs on BookScouter.com, and they'll tell you, okay, we'll give you $5 for that copy, and we'll pay for shipping, that sort of thing. Well, you can do that on your phone now. You can click on the BookScouter icon, and you can find out how much a BookScouter distributor would pay for your book. And then you don't have to send it into Amazon. You're probably not going to make as much money that way, but you get the money. You sell it immediately. And then there's 3 links here that's just going to bring you to some other marketplaces, so you can just check to see what the price is going for on different places. So maybe there's not a lot of pricing information on Amazon. You want to check out eBay, and you want to check out Google. You can click on those links. It'll take the title, and it'll populate it on those platforms and show you what those items are selling for there. Now, the pros of Scoutify is that it has top-of-the-line features. Like I haven't seen any other app on the market that is as easy to use and as thorough as Scoutify is. Able to just with a swipe and a click go to CamelCamel and Keepa and Google and eBay is amazing features when you're out there sourcing for product. It's customizable. Like you can set your parameters. It's gonna give you an estimated net profit and net ROI, and you're able to help sharpen and focus that number down by estimating your costs, estimating your fees, and that sort of thing. But ultimately, when it all comes down to it, it's a top scouting app. Definitely a lot of users out there that love it. Compared to all the other ones in the market, I think it's one of the best. Now the cons is that you have to have Wi-Fi or phone data signal to be able to use it. It's not a program that you can use when it's offline. And so I know some of us book scouters that go out there looking for books, sometimes you're down in a basement or you're in a warehouse and the Wi-Fi and the cell phone signal aren't great. Well, if you don't have Wi-Fi and you don't have cell phone signal, you can't use this program. And that's a big con for some people. Also, you have to have a smartphone, which most people have a smartphone. But if you're going to be hiring people to do book sourcing for you, they need to have a smartphone that's up to date enough to be able to download this program. And you may run into some problems there. Also, there's no database option. So with the next two choices we're going to look at, you're actually using an Amazon database to do your sourcing. So you can do live sourcing, but you also have this database backup option. And one of the cons of Scoutify is you don't have that. So in conclusion, Scoutify is a great app, highly recommended, but I don't think it's the best for book sourcing. And so it's not a program that we use for our book sourcing teams. So that wraps up this video. Be sure to check out the next video in this series where we're going to talk about the two programs that I feel like are the best two programs, the best two companies, the two companies that you should be going for, looking for technology that's going to help you source books faster and more efficiently.